Good morning, dearest viewers. My name is Teacher Dixon the Senior, and I am bringing you lofty ideas that have to do with building, construction, and technology. This morning, I would like to share with you, especially students of building construction and those in the area of technical drawing, especially those in the technical institutions like technical colleges, colleges of education, engineering students. I shall be taking you on subjects like technical drawing and building construction. So I'd like you to draw near to my videos, and then this is actually the beginning of the videos I shall be having with you. So do not miss any part of it. I'd like to start with the introduction to building construction, of which is paramount importance to every human being. If there is a human race, there is a need for those categories to have where they reside, which we consider as building. So, what then is building? Building has to do with a structural construction fabricated to envelop properties and accommodate or habitate human beings. We have several types and kinds of buildings, but those areas are not majorly my consideration in this video. We've already known what the essence of building is to us as human. But then my main consideration on this video or in this video is how do we get to construct this building to bring us the desired aesthetics, to bring us a comfortable accommodation of our taste. That is my major consideration, and that is what I wish to teach those that are undergoing studies in the area of building construction and building technology. So now, to begin with, what are the fundamental and foundational things that should be taken into consideration when we say we want to go into the construction of building? To start with, let's consider the preliminary stages of construction. What are the things that we do first when we want to build the house? And who are the personnel to be contracted for this to be accomplished? The first person that is very paramount in the building um, field is a client. Who then is a client? A client is a person that has the idea, the funds, and the interest in building a house, be it a residential building or a commercial building. So a client is a person who will make provision for the money, who has an edifice in mind to construct. So he is the first person to be considered when it comes to building construction. Now, let's also take a look at these other personnel in building construction, which is equally very important and crucial. The second person that we want to take a look at is an architect. An architect is a personnel in building construction, or call him a professional, who produces the blueprints, call it the plan or the working drawing of the building. So you are my client, you're coming to me, you say, I want to build a bungalow, a skyscraper, uh, or whatever, and I am the architect, I'll be the one to collect ideas from you. To collect what you having in mind and form the plan of the building. So when I get your ideas, begin to sit down and make the plans. Where would my parlor be located? Where would the kitchen be located? How many bedrooms do we need? Do we need things like um, maybe water closet in the internal structure? Do we need other things? So it is the job of the architect to sit down, make the plans, and come out with beautiful and lofty ideas. So he then produces the plan, which he will hand to the builders to actually execute the construction process. Okay, aside from the architect, we have another person that is equally very important in the construction of building. And the person is the land surveyor. Who is the land surveyor? Is a person who will come when the land might have been shown, the plot of land that the client wants to build his house has been shown. It is the job of the land surveyor to look at the land, make some necessary investigations. That's where we have the process of building that is called site investigation. So he will test the land to see the soil texture. Does it have the building or the bearing capacity that will take the kind of structure that is to be erected on the site? Is it a swampy area? Is it a waterlogged area? Is it a hilly place? It is a job of the land surveyor to check the land and then determine the kind of foundation to be laid so as to take the superstructure in mind to be constructed. So he does all the necessary findings about the land, he checks the perimeter, and then makes out what we call the surveyor's plan to be handed to the architect, who will from there know how much rooms will be contained in the plot that is given to him by the client. All right. Now, having known the job of the surveyor, the next person that we should take a look at in the course of constructing a building is no other person than the quantity surveyor. So, what then is the job of a quantity surveyor? Simply put, a quantity surveyor quantifies materials. So, he is the one who goes to the market to do survey of how the market is. What is the money that is required from the client for the building project to be executed? So now he will stand out to begin to say, okay, having looked at the plan that is produced by the architect, we will need these trips of sand, we will need these bags of cement, we will need this quantity of blocks, and all other things that will be required for the building project to be completed. That's why we say it quantifies materials that will be needed for the building construction. So without the quantity surveyor, the client might not likely know how much it will cost him to finish the execution of the building construction. So you can see with me that the quantity surveyor is very much important in building construction. All right, now let's go straight. I will jump some of the personnel that are here, but I want to talk about the person that we call the builder, who actually brings to bear what the client has in mind. You see, all other personnel will do their own work, which are very much important. But then